Your face is stupid as fuck.
You held
Kevin,
it strong,
great.
bro.
Yeah.
You held it strong. I looked. I watched to see if there was any. Nothing. No crack.
Fuck my singing up big
No
time.
cracks.
Just trying to toss a little something to the YouTube folks.
Yeah, there you go. We got a guest. Ryan Sickler is back. Fuck very excited to have the Sickler back. He's the number one guest. If I ever do a podcast, the best one I should do is the Honeydew with Ryan Sickler. Should just be back and forth, and then everybody would be happy. But
You
we've got to
say,
do
you say
stuff.
it all the time. I appreciate it.
People,
They love you on there.
they love you on here, and also the numbers show that.
Well,
I look at numbers
don't lie.
now.
That's it. That's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, you're a heavy lifter.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all letting me come on here.
Yeah, we're stoked to get you. It's been hard because people got COVID a lot.
Yeah, I was supposed to be here, 2 weeks ago.
Those two got it too. So we were out a
Right.
couple times.
Have you had 2 of the 3 so far?
We're talking
What's that?
variants or
Yeah,
shots.
variants.
This was my first variant.
Oh, was
You
it?
never
All right.
forget your first.
Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
same.
show. Same?
Yep, pop my COVID cherry.
No, man. We
How many have you had?
well, I feel like these fucking variants are coming out like iPhones. I had the iPhone 1 and I had the iPhone 3. I didn't have the Delta. We
Right.
had the most recent one and then the original one.
The original one you had before you got vaccinated, correct?
Yeah.
And that made you lose your smell and your
I
taste.
still can't smell it.
Still.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Yeah, I hit Rogan up and he told me some stuff to take. And I took that to my doctor too. And I was asking my doctor, I'm like, what do you think of this? And he goes, I'll tell you what I think. Because it's always a roll of the dice when you're telling a medical professional you talk to Joe Rogan about something.
Oh, you volunteered that off the bat. I
I
would have
did.
been curious to see if you had blind taste
I said,
tested
look,
it.
he
Yeah.
knows I know Drew. And so I said, look, this thing's been going so long. I hit Rogan up. I said, this dude texted me in less than a minute. And here's what he texted me. He's like, look, at this point, I trust Rogan more than Fauci. He schooled Sanjay Gupta on CNN. That's when I realized this guy's actually doing his homework. And he said, I really like the other doctors and their points of view that he brings on instead of just this one, ever-changing CDC narrative or WHO or whatever the fuck it is. He goes, let me see what he said. And he's like, yeah, this stuff's good. But it's, it's a celebrity treatment. It's somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000.
Right.
But if you told me right now for $3,000, it's a guarantee. Yeah, of course. But at this point, it's still throwing it up in the air and seeing if it works. So,
I recently heard the same story. After I didn't know this. My grandfather was an old Polish son of a bitch, had cancer, and the doctor said to Teddy Kowalski, "You need chemotherapy." And he said, "How much does that cost?" And he said, $4,500 is like 30 years ago. And he goes, "You guarantee it work?" Doctor's like, "No, I cannot guarantee you chemotherapy is going to work." No, bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that angle?
I'm a single parent. I don't know if I want to throw $3,000 in the air right now just to see if it works.
To get your smell and taste back.
Yeah. And the reason I'm really pressing for it now is because the pilot light went off in my heater. I heater.
Oh, you can't smell it.
I can't smell it. And it wouldn't light. So clearly there's a problem with the pilot light, but it's been on now for so long. Now, and also I smoke. I don't want to fucking blow up.
Yeah, that's good.
So I call the gas company and they're like, well, is it an emergency? And I'm like, I don't know. I need someone to come over here and fucking smell for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And she's like, well, as soon as we can be there is 2 weeks. So we just had to go without heat for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I would take that.
Yeah.
Shit.
No big deal.
Just to
Throw some
see.
blankets on.
You need to.
I'm over it. My
You're
doctor
over
told me,
smelling.
I'm over not smelling.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
over not tasting.
You're over. You don't
Smell
mind.
more. My doctor goes, at this point, it's a handicap. He said, all the doctors at their office, he's like, we've seen thousands of patients collectively, and 9 months has been the longest, and you are I'm the one patient in their facility that is way past everybody else.
Yeah.
So now that you haven't been able to taste anything for over a year, do you just eat mountains of kale and quinoa? and
Kale's
shit?
bullshit. I don't know if you know that.
Is it?
Oh, man.
Like broccoli?
Everything's
No,
bullshit.
spinach. It was spinach. They had the decimal point wrong about how great it was for you. And then they realized, oh, fuck, we messed that up. Did you know that?
No.
Popeyes all built on spinach and everything. And then some report came out years later that they actually did the math wrong or something. And the decimal point was it's not as high in whatever iron and shit as they swore it was. But I did eat like that for a little bit. First, I got fat.
Why?
Just because I couldn't taste anything and
But how's that make you fat?
I just ate what I wanted to eat. by memory.
Oh, okay.
And then I started eating healthy and I lost weight. I'm like 193 right now. I'd like to drop about maybe 5 more or something. But
5's easy.
I'm back to eating by memory because everything tastes a certain way. And if I can concentrate on it, I'll taste it. If I don't, I remember what a cheeseburger tastes like. I remember what pizza tastes like.
You can't taste it.
No. I taste a taste.
Yeah.
But not it. I smell a smell. Right now, it's weird. I can't smell weed at all. Even
That's
if
crazy.
you smoke it. But cigarettes, coffee, barbecue, things like that are in the air. I'll ask my daughter, I'm like, what does that smell in the air right now? Because everything smells the same. Garlic, everything smells the same. And then some things don't smell at all. Like it's weird to me that tobacco has a smell, but marijuana doesn't.
Yeah.
You know,
I lost my taste for a couple of days when I had Omicron.
Two fucking days.
Yeah, 2 days. That was exactly what I had. To me, I compared it to if you burned your mouth really bad on a slice of pizza. There's still like shit on I can tell the difference between like vinegar and sugar, but
Yeah, I could do that. I could tell sour and sweet.
right.
But I couldn't tell you what sweet. If I was new to this planet and didn't know temperature or texture, I couldn't tell you ice cream from cake, from sugar to a lollipop. Sweet is sweet.
I would pay $3,000 to rectify that.
For sure, or as a maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
Right?
Yeah, maybe's a tough sell.
That's like going to the Super Bowl. You spend $3 fucking grand and you get down there and your team gets their ass whooped and you're like, we could have fucking sat home and did this. That's how I
Yeah.
feel, that $3,000. Now, if that much shit comes back, I'll be stoked. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
Now, does the subject come up of if it goes on for so long, it might not be fixable? And that might
I've
be?
asked.
Mhm.
He keeps saying, it'll come back.
Mm.
It'll come back. I go, yeah, but you said that.
Yeah.
You said that at 6 months and you said it at 9 months. And now look where we are. And so this time I went and I go, listen, I still can't smell. And he just looked at me and he goes, yeah, that's fucked up. That's what my doctor.
That's
Oh,
it.
man.
Yeah, that's fucked
You're
up.
left with that's fucked up.
I'm like, look, man, we got to do something here. I've tried the oranges. I've tried the essential oils. They say to retrain. I've tried acupuncture. I've tried chiro. I've tried everything I could think of. I don't want to trip on it. I keep hearing about LSD. I would do shrooms if they said shrooms would bring it back. That'd be a no-brainer. But
How much do you have to do to make it work?
I don't know. It says I've read LSD, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go fucking trip my nuts off to see if it brings my smell back. I've never done LSD.
I'd rather lose $3,000 than take acid.
Yeah,
That's fucking terrible.
yeah. I've never done it, and I have no interest.
I feel like when you're older and doing acid is worse.
When's the last time you did acid?
Maybe 30, something like that.
At age 30 or
Yeah.
30 years ago? 30.
Yeah,
And-
which is
it wasn't good.
yeah. The last couple of times I did acid, I wanted to get it off me, so I just sat there focusing on surviving until it wore off, and I was like, okay, note to self. You're too old for this drug. Like I felt like there was too many responsibilities, and I didn't really have that many responsibilities at the time, but it just brought on a worry. I just worried the whole time, and I was like, "How's this fun?"
Yeah,
Like,
really.
I'm not completely gone. I'm on the edge of completely gone, and it's scaring me. I don't like it. So, and then I didn't do any of that kind of stuff until recently. I started doing shrooms again. Maybe because I don't drink or something.
Now, do you
but-
feel different now than you used to on shrooms?
Yeah. Well, I also have ways, when things come on that I don't really like, I have ways to, like I'll go through it. I'll be like, well, go on, instead of trying to hold it off, I'll just let it take over me and go with it, whether it's good or bad. And that seems to help.
I'm a big believer in
Stop
that. Sit in
worry.
your own shit. Just sit in it for
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. I'll close my eyes and let it take over.
You ever see those athletes that after they lose the World Series or the Super Bowl and they stand there and watch the celebration?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Some of them will. Some of them
Yeah.
watch that and be like, I don't want to know what this feels like again. So I'm gonna do everything I can to be on that next time.
They're
Yeah.
rubbing their own nose in it.
Yeah.
It's good for you. I've
It is
watched
good for
X
you.
Games before where I was hurt and I just watched it on TV and that probably lit a fucking 3-year fire under my ass just because I was like, there's no fucking way I'm not in this next year.
Yeah.
And watching it from out looking in, made me miss it so much. If I had been there, it probably wouldn't have been the same thing.
You're probably supposed to be asking me questions, but I'm going to ask you one. You've been...
It's the honeydew, y'all.
That's pretty good, dude. UFC, X Games, what's the scariest thing that you've ever done in your life? And I mean, it could be anything. Be a parent. What, like, of all the shit you've done, because you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
What's the scariest thing you've ever done?
Probably skateboarding.
But what?
Maybe comedy. That first gig that I did with you at the Brea Improv, that's as nervous as I've ever been about anything.
Isn't that interesting? Because there's
no pain.
Right. There's no chance of physical pain.
Wouldn't even be that bad if nobody laughed at me. I would have survived.
Yeah, you would have no physical pain.
It was just so much pressure. I was like,
what hurts more for you specifically, physical or emotional pain?
Emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like physical pain.
Me too.
It's something makes me feel alive, you know? Especially when you get older, you're still challenging yourself. So it means more that I'm like, you're still you. Because I've been walking around sore my whole life. And when you don't walk around sore, you feel almost unworthy. And when you're sore, it means you're still going, you know?
I want everybody to answer this question. I'll start with you. When's the first time you got punched in the face and it clicked like, I fucking took that. I can take that. Was it a sibling fight? Was it a schoolyard fight? Like, how old were you?
No, I used to get beat up every now and then for being really drunk and annoying. So I never won fights, and I was never a guy to pick a fight. I never beat up anybody. One time I beat someone up at school, but I think they kicked my girlfriend or something. But yeah, we were out in the football field, lunch break, everybody's circled sitting down, and this dude kicked my girlfriend. Yeah. So I beat him up. But that's the only time. And it was an easy fight, so it was like kind of mean. Because I had it from the start.
I picture you fighting a lot in your youth. That was the only one fight. You were 1-0.
No, I got beat. No, man, it's just not. I don't want it to sound cool because it's not. It never was. I was super stressed and scared, and you know, like I got expelled from a private school because I broke this fat kid's arm, but he fucking came at me, and I just sort of pushed him, and his arm got stuck in a bench, and I think I fell on him at the same time, and it broke his arm. But I didn't put his arm in a bench. And boom!
I see what you're
Who's
saying.
next? You know,
tripped and
like he threw a punch, and we fell on the bench, and his arm broke somehow because he was fat. I don't know, but it was definitely reported as you broke his arm, and I'm like, hey, I remember my dad coming. I'm like, hey, it wasn't
broke his arm.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't exactly what the principal is saying. I didn't just line it up and go, boom, let that be a lesson. It was more, he was coming at me because he stole my marbles. So I won a game and he was like, nah, and tried to take my marbles. And I was like, not going to happen. So started pushing each other. That's how that happened. But once I started training, that was probably the first time I realized that I had ability to take a shot because I had real guys punching me and they were like, nice. Like you can really take a shot. And I'm like, cool. I didn't realize that that's probably the last attribute you want in fight is like, it'd be real cool. It's like, you're really hard to hit.
Yeah.
But nobody said that. Everyone was like, you're really easy to hit. But you keep going. You're there for another one. So it's pretty cool to punch you. So I think when I started training MMA, I realized that I could take a shot. Hey everybody, Jason Ellis here talking about keeps. Do you like hair? Is it easy for you to keep your hair? Some people are different. Some people, like this guy, Romeo, has hair. Doesn't really need any help when it comes to that, do you, Roby? But if you look just a little bit above Romeo's head and you see my head, you'll see that there's something going on up here that was not by choice, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I can't fix it. I am forever a bowling ball, from behind a giant penis. It's terrible, you guys.
It's too late for Jason. It's
Yep.
not too late for you. If you think you're losing some hair, if you know you're losing some hair, Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. Convenient virtual doctor consultations, low-cost treatment starting at just $10 a month, discreet packaging, and more 5-star reviews than any of Keeps' competitors. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss. Go to KEEPS.com/Ellis to receive your first month of treatment for free. Don't forget the Ellis part. That's KEEPS.com/Ellis to get your first month free. KEEPS.com/Ellis.
Hey everybody, Jason Ellis. If you don't know me, that's weird. Why are you listening? But anyway, I'm 50, skateboard, training, jumping around, kids. Sometimes I don't sleep. Sometimes I do stand up and then I get up early and I drive my kid to school. How do I survive? Lots of things. But Athletic Greens is definitely a thing that I've added to my life that makes it easier because sometimes I just don't have time to eat in the morning.
Yep, we're all fans of AG1 by Athletic Greens. One tasty scoop of AG1 contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more in one convenient daily serving. The special blend of high-quality, bioavailable ingredients in a scoop of AG1 work together to fill the nutritional gaps in your diet, support energy and focus, aid with gut health and digestion, and support a healthy immune system, effectively replacing multiple products or pills with one healthy, delicious drink. To make it easy for you, Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you need to do is this. Visit athleticgreens.com/JES today. Make sure you got that promo code right, JES. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/JES to take control of your health and give AG1 a try. Kevin, you're pretty punchable. That ever come together for you?
Yeah. When I was in Bing Boing School, I wrote for the school paper.
They had a paper?
Yeah.
Is it like written on an Etch-a-Sketch?
What school did you say?
Did you draw it with P or something?
I went to a school for people with learning disabilities.
Okay.
And I wrote so I just call it Bing Boing School. But
What was your learning disability?
I had like terminal ADD.
Okay.
I still do.
You do.
Yeah.
But he was
Pretty
like
fucking focused with those teeth at the beginning of the show,
True.
bro. Nothing, bro.
Well, he's on meds now.
Yeah.
When they work,
That was the Ritalin kicking in.
Okay.
And the way that you've described it over the years, Kevin, it sounds like you were one of the relative high flyers
Yeah.
at that school community.
Yes.
You were?
Yeah, because I mean, I found it insulting that my family suggested this, and then they were trying to just like
I'm glad you got over it.
they were trying to ease me into it, being like, it's not a school for people that are like severely mentally incapacitated. It's people like you that have learning disabilities and are not flourishing in public school, and you'll get more attention and stuff. And I was like, fine, I'll try it out.
They lied though.
The day they dropped me off, I looked at some of the people and I started crying.
No.
I was like, oh, look at him.
Pointed out.
You lied.
They were dudes that were shitting in their pants, drooling on on themselves.
Yeah.
It was quite a range in there.
Literally, this one guy shit his pants all the time. And he one time took a shit in a bathrobe and wrapped it up and put it on the shelf because he was ashamed. And someone pulled the bathrobe off and a bathrobe full of shit right in his face.
Oh my God.
That is awesome.
Okay.
That guy could be on the honeydew, y'all.
The one with the shit on.
Okay, but in fairness, while we're passing judgment as a room on that
I'm
guy,
sure he bounced back, you know?
God, that is forever. That's forever.
I know.
did you not in this room a week or two ago tell us that at one point you had a poo nugget in your butt while you were playing pickup basketball with people and you removed it and smeared it on a piece of wood in front of
Yeah. Oh, man, you're the guy.
fucking
You pulled a piece of shit out of your ass
And
in the
showed
middle of a game?
Showed his friends.
That was behind the paywall, man. Not cool.
If anybody wants to hear more about Kevin shitting his pants, Patreon/AllisMate.
pot
For
meat kettle.
exclusive shitting yourself content.
It gets pretty wild back there.
Yeah.
Folks.
All right, so wait, we got a little off track. So you're at this special school for children with learning disabilities.
Yep.
How old are you? It's high school?
Yeah, so I
Sounds
went
worse
there.
than Bing Bong School.
I know.
It does.
I went there.
Like Degrassi meets Arkham.
I went there for summer school in between sophomore and junior year because my family they guilt tripped me into like, we're not going to force you, but it would mean a lot if you tried it. And I was like, fine, I'll try it. And I met this girl and we started dating and I had a crush on her and shit. And then when
Was
I went
she
back
in the
to
school
public
too?
school, yeah.
She was, all right.
So when I went back to
Wait,
public
real quick,
school,
sorry. What was
Yeah.
her learning disability?
I think the same as me.
Okay.
I think she had ADD.
This is
I
the
mean,
fucking honeydew right now. It's so awesome. Just
like
kick
half
back.
the people there were like people like me that had ADD and were class clowns and goofed off. And then there were some people where I was just like, you like working at McDonald's might be too high of a bar for you.
Got it.
Like your parents probably should have just saved the money and put this towards, I don't know, a couple years worth of rent.
Oof.
It was, I mean, the school has changed. It's not like that now. I went back there for like a 10-year reunion and I was like, I don't even recognize this
Wait,
place. There's too many normal
the Bing
people
Bong
now.
reunion?
Yeah.
All the special people reunion.
Yeah.
How
So
many
not
people
were the
showed
rest
up?
of the school there, or was it just?
It was a summer school class. These motherfuckers have a reunion.
Fuck it. Well, no, I went back for junior and senior year, so I graduated from there.
But there was also a Bing Bong meet as adults.
Yeah,
Was
they brought
the
us
shit
back.
in your pants guy? Has he figured out to put it in the toilet yet?
he wasn't there.
The guy, what
He
about
probably
the guy
died,
that pulled
right?
the shit on him? Was he there?
No, that was actually a staff member.
Oh man,
Yeah.
tough day at the office.
That is
Real
a
tough.
rough one.
But no, because I mean, it was a really small school. I think it
Was
went from
anybody
8th
there-
grade to senior year, and there was only 120 people in the entire school.
Was there
Okay.
anybody that you saw at the Bing Bong reunion that had excelled?
No,
Flipped it around where you were like,
regressed.
yeah. Good.
I don't think so. I think I was the only person that actually walked away from there with a career.
Did anybody come with like a handler?
A handler.
No. I don't think there were any handlers.
Oh, they were all by themselves.
yeah.
That's what do you mean? That's fucking turning it around.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Hashtag Odd Squad.
Anybody with service animals? Any service animals?
No, that was still before service
Okay,
animals
well, I'm
became a
saying
thing.
now though. Now,
Yeah.
Now
anybody
I don't
show up
know.
with like a service animal to
Monkey
the reunion?
on their shoulder or
that's what I was
something.
thinking monkey, not a dog.
Yeah,
Gotta be
they need
weird.
way more help. They need 5 finger fucking help.
I
man.
need 2 hands. 2 more hands.
I don't know how to make any food. Like, it's not dog's not
That
gonna
monkey's over there buttering the bread.
fucking shaking up some margaritas for you.
That big smile on his face.
Oh, it's margarita night. Monkey.
Okay, so we still haven't got to how you got in a fight at this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Taking shots.
I wrote for the school paper and I did movie reviews. And I reviewed Scream 3. And I asked the teacher of the newspaper class, because it was just like if you sign up, it was just one of your classes throughout the school day. And I was like, hey, can I spoil the ending and say who the killer is? And he was like, sure, yeah, go for it. If that's how you want to handle this review, go for it. So I wrote the review. I think I trashed the movie. And then I wrote like, oh, by the way, here, I'll save you some time. Here's who the killer is. And the day that the paper came out, they distribute it in the morning when everybody's in the cafeteria for breakfast. So I walk in and everybody's reading it. And I went to throw out my tray and this kid comes up to me and he goes, where do you want it? In the face or the stomach?
Nice.
And I was like, what? And then he punched me in the stomach and then punched me in the face because he was pissed off that I
He
ruined
gave you
Scream.
both.
Yep. And it didn't hurt all that bad. So I was like, okay. Getting punched in the face, not that bad.
When you got punched in the stomach, did you bend over when you got hit?
Yeah.
So how did he hit you in the face?
Like that.
Uppercut.
A little bit,
Ooh.
yeah.
Nice.
Grab
Got
you
me
by
in the
the
cheek.
hair and give you one.
It's like a cartoon one too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very old school.
Tully, how do you get punched in the face? Good or bad?
So the first time I got in a fight, I felt bad for the kid as it was happening because this kid, I went over his house to play, and he wasn't a kid I played with all that often, but we were doing whatever, and he goes, hey, my dad got me boxing gloves. Do you want to try them out? And I was like the second smallest kid in our class, but unfortunately for him, he was the smallest.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, so I beat him up pretty good with his own boxing gloves
Nice lightweight
in his own basement. That was uncomfortable. I remember, because we didn't even play all the time. When my mom came to pick me up, I was like, I just kicked your ass. Thanks for having me over. See you at school on Monday. The actual feeling of I can take this and survive it. The only thing that comes to mind is my very last Ellis Mania fight when I was fighting the yoga dude.
Yeah.
By the end, I was out of gas, and of course, so was he. But he just started landing a right on my ear in the third round, and every time it was like a little bell ring.
Yeah.
And I remember actually thinking after the first one, oh, I'm surprised I didn't fall down because of that. And then there were like 3 more after it while I was just trying to survive to the bell.
Oh, wow.
And that was really it, of where I was like, oh, he can kind of just keep punching me there, and it's not pleasant. I would like to avoid them.
Yeah.
But I think I could take those all day.
It's addicting. To me, it is anyway. Getting hit and being wrung and still being of sound mind
Yeah.
is fucking tough, dude.
Right.
To me, it's a peaceful place because you can only think of one thing. You cannot. Nothing else can exist in your life. When you get hit and it's like, whoa, and you go, oh shit, I'm halfway to sleep, and you can barely see, but you're like, you know that if you don't watch the next thing coming, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So there's this hyper focus where you're still there, but you're kind of on drugs and wobbly, and so there's this extra thing that you're fighting, but you're still there. You can still, you know, it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's like if it works, where you can get out of that, like bing, and I'm like, whap, whap, you know, and then move away, and then I'm like, the ringing goes away, and I'm like, okay, I'm back again. Those are awesome, but they're just, you can't, it's just like, you can't do them when you're old. Like, I don't want to do that every Friday. I probably won't be able to do the show.
That's your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most damage that I took, though, didn't hurt at all. My nose is all crooked, and I don't think it was always like that. And I have like snoring issues and shit, and I don't think I always did. I was over somebody's house party, high school, everybody's drunk, and I just made some like really, really out of bounds joke to some guy about his mom and like having sex with his mom. Like, so ludicrous. I've never to this day, I've never met his mother.
Right.
And I just made the joke and then got on with my thing. And all of a sudden, like, something hit me in the face. And I looked around like, what the fuck just happened? Did something fall off the ceiling? And I looked up and like, he was fucking like furious at me. And he's like, what'd you say about my mom? And he hit me. And that's when I realized I was getting punched in the, yeah.
Mm.
And I don't even remember how I diffused it, but he remained angry
With
at me
your
for
face.
several years afterwards.
I wonder if
Wow.
his mom was a whore.
I don't think she was. I don't know why he got. I honestly
really
really hit
believed
on
it. You
something.
fucked
Something was going on.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that I've always found it kind of ridiculous that there are people you could say, you know, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck your mom. It's like, oh, what'd you say about my mom? And it's like, was that really? Are
Right.
you really that offended, or do you just feel like you're just supposed
It's that
to?
street code bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people have that. If you say you're going to have sex with their mother, they have to punch you.
Yeah.
And
that's
apparently
like-
this guy did. And I
Yeah.
think it didn't hurt. I carried on with my night, but I don't think my nose was crooked before that. I think.
Can you take a mum joke, Ryan?
Yeah, that's one of the things. My mom was never even around and literally hated me. So anytime somebody say something about my mom, I'd be like, "Yeah, that one
Yeah, I
doesn't
agree.
work. It doesn't work."
All right. What about punches to the face? How are you with those?
I'm good, man. I have a twin brother, okay?
Yeah.
And so I had built-in competition in the house, and we
Yeah.
would go at it. Always wrestling, always, fighting, always whatever. So I had someone my size-ish.
Yeah.
But when we live, it's so funny. It's a guy named Sean Flannery, who I still talk to once in a while. His son now, I'm 48. His son now is in I think his teens, 20s.
Yeah.
And hits me up and was like, "Hey man, I watched your show and I heard you tell this story about my dad. Is this true?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that shit's true." His dad was a year older. So we're like, I don't know, 7 and he's 8. And this kid would just come over and just beat the shit out of us sometimes. Just we'd be playing or whatever, and shit would get a little carried away with it. He'd get mad, I'd tackle him, and then he would fuck me up. And
Real punches.
Yeah, real punches.
Wow.
Because his older brother was
Beat him
fucking him up.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm telling my dad about it, and my dad's like, "What do you want me to do about it? Like, fight back.
Yeah.
Fight him like you fight your brother." And it's the first time I had to be comfortable fighting a stranger. Not really a stranger, he's a neighbor, which is totally different than if you walk down the street and you've never seen this fucking person. And I'm like, "You want to kill me?" But I started fighting back, and I got him, and I put him in a fucking headlock and just started, God, and he ran home crying. I was like,
Nice.
okay, all right, some shit just shifted today.
Yeah.
And then he'd come back and beat me again. And then one time I got up on top of this is what his son hit me up. I got up on top of I'd been watching WWF, and I was a big snooker fan. Jimmy
Shit.
Superfly. I got
You
up
flew
on
off
top
the roof on him?
my grandmom's Buick, and I flew off the Buick and took him down and beat him up, and he ran home crying. And his son hit me up and said, "My dad told me you did that." He said it was your dad's something. I go, "Your dad's got the story right, the car wrong. It was my grandmom's Buick. I jumped off the top of." And then it would go back and
Fucking
forth.
maniac.
It would go back and forth.
Jumping off
You know
a
what I
fucking
mean?
car onto him. That's awesome.
And then when I got older, especially with wrestling in high school or just street fights, you could tell. You could tell when a kid, I'm like, this kid's got parents. You know what I mean? Like, this kid, somebody loves this kid.
Yeah.
I got nothing to lose right now. I can tell you're not all the way.
I've been stewing on it for fucking centuries, motherfucker. Like, you got the wrong guy. Yeah, right?
We were talking about that. I don't know what that TikTok thing going around is right now where it says, you merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. I don't know if that's Bane from Batman or what it is.
Yeah.
But that resonates with me hard. It's like, okay, you're putting on your little underwear and dancing in the dark, dude. We pay rent here, and I'm behind. You know what I mean? I live here in this shit.
It's a different deal.
Mm-hmm. And then we get done, and kids go over at the wrestling tournaments and shit, and their parents are hugging them and shit. I'm just over there by myself.
Fucking pussies. Getting all parental love and shit. Such a badge. Do you watch the Fast and the Furious ever?
No.
You never know.
I think I've seen the first one maybe, but I didn't follow the series.
Who would you rather be, Vin Diesel or The Rock?
Oh, come on. The Rock. The Rock's the best.
If you're thinking about breaking some bad habits this year, you can start with this one: overpaying for your prescriptions.
I don't want to wait.
You don't want to.
Yeah. No, I was gonna try and stay righteous because that's me, man. I don't go with the flow. But no, I don't want to pay extra for my prescription.
This was going to be
No.
the year I finally took up pottery, but that makes way more sense.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
stop
yeah, yeah.
overpaying for my prescriptions.
Yeah.
Darn it.
And
How
to
do I
do
do that? Yeah.
Get in the good habit of always checking GoodRx to help find the best price for your prescription medicines. I am a medicated man. Prescriptions are expensive.
I
is
am.
not a-
I thought he was going to bust into song for a second. I am a medicated man.
Medicated man.
There it is.
He's like a talking pill, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. I've been taking prescriptions for a very long time, most of my life, and they're expensive. Healthcare's tricky. Health insurance is tricky. GoodRx can help you out.
Yeah. GoodRx.com is probably the site that you would go to, right?
Even better, goodrx.com/Ellis.
What does that do, Michael?
For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, you go there. That is goodrx.com/Ellis. goodrx.com/Ellis. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance. In 2021, GoodRx users saved an average of 79%.
That's
prescription
huge.
prices.
Huge.
That's like almost all of it.
Right. There we go. Blue Chew gets you hard.
Listen up, son. If you don't want confidence in the bedroom, forget we brought this up. If you don't want raging boners, if you would prefer to have medicine that's or any sort of ingest something that's hard to swallow, how if you want to get packages sent to your house that scream to your friends and neighbors, this guy hasn't gotten a boner since the first Bush was president, Blue Chew's probably not for you.
Right.
But-
Stop listening if that was what you wanted, everybody.
But if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, you need to visit bluechew.com. And guys,
Discreet erections.
that's right. Here's a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Ellis at checkout. We cannot stress that enough. If you want to get in on this hot action, you're going to want to use that promo code ELLIS at checkout. When you do that, you just pay $5 for shipping.
Let us give you a free boner.
And think of us while you have it.
Don't do that.
That's bluechew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free.
You don't like Vin Diesel?
It's not that I I wouldn't say I'm a Vin Diesel fan. I don't dislike Vin Diesel, but if you're giving me those two choices, I'm Rock all day.
Right.
Think of that guy. You know what I love that he does? When he pulls up next to those fucking people on the Hollywood tours.
Says hello.
He's like, hey, you guys seen The Rock? And they just shit themselves. He's like,
It's pretty cool.
I'm not in a hurry. Take your time. Take your time. It's nice to see somebody give 60 fucking seconds back.
What about when Vin Diesel gives us music on Facebook?
I think that's fantastic too.
What happened to that? Remember how he used to sing songs all the time?
He released music
Yeah.
not that long ago.
An album?
At least
Yeah, I
to
think so.
sing. I think he did like a Lockdown Boredom, some DJ guy he's done Ecstasy with a bunch of times in Vegas, sent him a track and he just went, I have to feel it for you.
I have not seen
It's
any.
pretty crazy.
But am I going down a Vin Diesel wormhole today?
It might not be a bad move. It's pretty fun. He seems like a person that when he meets you, he kind of lights up in excitement that you're there and acts like he really cares instantly. So he might be fun to hang out with. It seems like it's a thing that he holds up almost all the time. Not a lot of people say that he's the other person, you know? He's usually like this real upbeat, doing stuff for you thing. Seems like a pretty cool dude. And then I heard The Rock is also like that, to the point where some people think that maybe it's not real because it seems impossible how high-spirited and amped he is at all times.
Well, this is what people say at all times. What we're getting of The Rock is 2 hours at a time in a movie or 60 seconds at a time on Instagram. This is why I do the show I do, because all of that is bullshit. Like, who is The Rock 21 hours of the fucking day?
Yeah.
Right? Or who's The Rock that 15 minutes when he's having a shit fucking day? Like that. Remember that Casey Kasem?
Yeah.
The
DJ guy.
Yeah.
When he snapped.
The dog dedication.
Yes.
Oh, he
I gotta
snapped
come
one
out
time
of a
and
up-tempo song into a dead fucking dog.
Exactly. And he went nuts.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and the American Top 40 losing his shit, you know? And it's like this.
You're saying The
this
Rock
veil
losing
gets-
it would be.
I'd love to see 60 seconds of The Rock at his
Do you
worst.
think he can lose it?
Fuck yeah. He's
Like,
could you
road rage him?
I don't know if you could road rage.
He wouldn't go for it.
That's another thing. I don't think he's easy to bait either.
Right.
No, he's mentally
Yeah.
fucking smart.
It would
So
be very difficult. Like, I don't think you could
What
get him
is
on
it?
punked.
what is it that gets him? You know, what is it that would fucking make The Rock?
I
lose
think
his shit?
he seems like a good dad, and that's the easiest one for me. You fuck with my kids, I'll tear your face off.
Sure.
So
But
if
I
you
don't
fuck
mean
with their
that.
kids a little bit, I still say he goes, look, what you're doing is all wrong. You gotta stop that. I'm gonna call the authorities. Like I think he stays calm. He stays
some
professional.
punk's not going to ruin his career.
Yeah. I saw Rob Dyrdek once say that he counts how many bad days he's had.
I saw that.
And it's like 12 in the last 5 years or some
Mhm.
shit. The Rock seems like that kind of person where he assesses everything. Like if you live in such a militant way where your food is weighed, you know, and you've got it down to a science. You're
And
a
it
guy
comes, his father was in the business too.
Right.
So this
fucking
is
jacked animal.
childhood already.
But he's taken the weightlifting part and added his whole life is like his workout. It's militant, it's commitment. Everything he does is the same way. I feel like he eats, drinks, everything he does is the ultimate way you can do it to get the most out of your body to do the right thing through the day. So which means mental stability. Don't, you know, being up and down is going to fucking make you not be consistent in the gym or in your movie or whatever it is that you do. He seems so obsessed with that I feel like he's worked incredibly hard to be happy all day. It's fun. Like if you're in that spot to have a bad day, it's pretty insulting to the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like that sometimes.
But I'm having a shitty day. I'm looking to The Rock. You can't have one.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like sometimes I'm
I
like,
need
really,
you
you're
to
going to
have
get
a good
pissed
day.
about your life. Your life is fucking awesome. Put your you give anybody else your shoes right now, and they'd be like, "Oh man, the something broke." Like, who cares? Look at you. Look at that car or that house or your wife, like your kids. Like, go skate. Like you have 7,000 things to be thankful for. But yeah, man, if the fucking coffee machine breaks and I'm like, fuck, you know, I fucking can't live without my fucking coffee in the morning, and then I'll be like, man, you're a fucking idiot, you know, high level.
I guess the question is, if somebody chooses to live inside their persona all the time, and that's really important to them, and they maybe don't even break it when they're alone with themselves, at a certain point, can you just say, that's who they are? Even if they know deep inside there's a little Wizard of Oz that they don't show the world that's pulling the strings. Like I know a guy who's worked on numerous Tom Cruise movies, and Tom Cruise on set, not on camera, is the exact same guy. Anytime footage leaks of him, he may be upset or something, but he's still very much the Tom Cruise character. I don't know that Tom, do you think even if Tom Cruise gets like the crazy runs in Mexico or something, when he looks in the mirror, he's not just like, we're going to get through this. We've been here before.
Probably is.
I don't think he ever drops it. I
But
don't think he's
also
dropped it for
think that's
forever.
a level of mental illness.
I
too.
agree.
You know, once you shift into
Yes.
this is what reality is, it's not this, then you've gone into a different Probably would go to school.
Fake it till you make it.
Probably go to his reunion.
Fake it till you make it goes a long way. They're just
Yeah,
on another
fucking
level. Like I feel like
Yeah.
if you push yourself all the time, 24/7 to be the best at everything you do, because I want to do that, but I also like smoking weed and eating pizza. And sometimes I'm like, you should go to bed. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to stay up for a couple more hours and wake up a bit tired. Fuck you. If you're the next level, because they're out there. You know, that's why they get so far up in the game, because they're like, no, not even a second, not even a moment. And then if you do that long enough, then you are what you've pretended to be. So like Tully was saying, at some point, that's what you are now. If you just don't let it down, then you are always doing that. It's just going to be weird. So like, I wonder if The Rock is, you know, if he goes fishing and he goes, I just got this, like, does he tell his daughter, I made my own fish. I'm gonna make, I'm gonna eat it. It's my meal. That's what I do. Save the planet. Or, like, is it always some cameo that everything he does is like, yeah, well,
Or what
good
if
point.
he does have diarrhea and he's got to run into a fucking Burger King and take a shit?
He
you know
for
what I mean?
sure
Like-
gets diarrhea.
like,
if
of
you
course,
fucking eat
he's
all that
human,
food,
right?
he has cheat day where he eats like 25 pancakes and then he drinks his fucking
Yeah.
tequila at night. I'm like, dude,
Jesus.
you are shitting.
Yeah,
Yeah, The Rock could fill a toilet for sure.
no
Right.
doubt. That's a 3-flusher probably.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. He probably has like a custom toilet that
He
eats
might.
giant
He
turds.
might.
Steel reinforced.
Yeah.
It's like a long
His horse could take a shit in it and it'd be fine. I'm sure he's got horses.
Would you rather be Vin Diesel or Nick Cage?
Wow, that's tough. Because I don't really like Vin Diesel. Like, I don't want to be Vin Diesel at all. I don't want to be Nicolas Cage either, but Nicolas Cage, when he was younger, was amazing. And I feel like when you get to your 40s, if you don't make a choice to clean up the other part, then yeah, that's Nick Cage now. So if I was Nicolas Cage when he was 25 or 30, then Nicolas Cage would have it together at 50. Because I'm not gonna drink until 2 days straight and fucking, marry 18-year-olds or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do that. He went off the deep end. So
I mean,
at
he
one
still
point,
works consistently. He's
but
he's married to a girl who's
but
like
he's-
in 27.
he's
He's
crazy.
about to be a dad again.
Dude, he
Wait,
day
how old
drinks.
is
He
he now?
day drinks in Vegas with Vince Neil. Like,
I know that was
not is all right with Nick Cage.
right.
That
I
doesn't
know
sound bad.
it looked pretty bad. Did you see the video where they're in the parking lot looking for their car or
Vince
try-
Neil's like going Karen on some Karen, and Nick Cage's like, "Stop with it, bro. Stop with it."
No.
and they are seasoned. They are fucking wretchy, full of coke. Fucking all their voices are blown out because they've been screaming shit all night. And they're like, but you gotta be just calm it down. Or you're singing at the fucking divorce court. You know what I mean? Like he's fucking crazy. He
How
gets
old
into
is
things
he?
where
He's- he married
it's
a
got to
girl
be
in his-
60,
We went over
I think
this
he's in her
recently.
20s
I
and he's
think
in his
late
60s.
50s. I think he's a
having
little younger.
kid.
55 at least.
Yeah, I think that's about
Let's
right.
see.
57. We looked this up recently, and his wife is like 23 or
Yeah.
something.
I think she's 27.
Oh, really? He took her to visit his prospective burial pyramid in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think he just turned 58.
It seems like heavy lifting. And I don't want to do that. I've been crazy, And I feel like being really successful and crazy, I'd rather be fucking nothing. I don't want to be crazy all the time. I don't be like, worst fucking thing ever. What the fuck? What the fuck? I just don't want to do it anymore. I want to get away from it. And he seems like he loves that. He's in that all the time. Vin Diesel seems like a guy that is a little like rock light. He's pretty focused all the time. Obviously, it seems like lately he's decided he doesn't want to go to the gym anymore. I don't know what the fuck that is, but maybe he got back in shape. I think he just got older and maybe got off the roids to be healthy. But he seems like he's got a great life.
He's also a pretty classic overachiever.
Right, he does a lot of great things,
Like
right?
The Rock has a lot of charisma, which I'm sure he's developed, but some of that has to be natural. His body frame is not natural, and he was born in a weird sort of way, a little bit connected, at least in entertainment. Vin Diesel does not scream classic movie star, does not scream the driving force between one of the most successful franchises in movie history.
Right, wasn't he like a bouncer or something? Like he came from
Right, something like that.
where it wasn't a Cinderella, he hasn't just had a silver spoon at all. He kind of fell into it accidentally and hustled like a motherfucker and made himself what he is today, where he can kick back and have a couple of houses around the world and just have vacations and bone hot
What are there,
chicks.
7 or 8 of those movies now?
Yeah.
Something
9.
that shit?
Yeah.
I
Nine?
think
Working on the 10th, yeah.
It's still going?
Mhm.
And he's
Yeah.
still in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. So I think it's an easy choice because he also seems, I don't know, he parties. Seems like he's partying now, but
Yeah, he gets all
Maybe-
drunk and hits on reporters.
maybe that's what you do. He put 30 years in and he made multi-million.
$1 zillion.
Right, and now he's like-
nothing to do.
Right, he's like, I think I'm
Nothing
just-
to do.
I'm
darn
gonna
it.
day drink. Fucking, I got a bit of a gut now. Fuck off.
Yeah, on
Lean
Tuesday I say I am Groot 1,000 times, and then I
Right.
party.
And you get $20 million for saying it. Yeah, I back his life. I think.
Did we know he's a twin?
No,
Then
but the
he's-
twin doesn't look like him, does he?
It's a fraternal twin. That's right.
right. Does your twin look like you?
It's creepy. We sound alike.
Oh, okay.
It's very difficult. Sometimes when I speak, I can hear it, and I'm like, "Ugh, that's weird." We
Why?
don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
It's just weird to hear someone else's voice. Like, what if you talked and you sounded like Barack Obama for a minute? You'd be like, "Oh, that was weird."
Yeah. That would be weird.
Right?
Oh, I am Barack Obama.
That's not bad.
It's pretty bad. You're going to just say that regardless. I'm Barack Obama. Like you would have said that. That was really
Nah,
bad.
I would have said that was horrible. That's not bad.
listen-
You're in the base range.
Listen, you guys.
That's terrible.
I'm
You
Barack.
guys.
Yeah. I'm black. My kids are too. Stay in school. Wait,
Stay
I'm
in
not done.
school.
I'm being Barack. I'm joking. Go ahead.
I believe there was a period of time where you could get audio of Barack Obama and The Rock, and you would not say that they have any similarities in their speaking cadence. I think they've actually grown. I think they've been ripping each other off
Yeah.
in the way they talk over the years.
Yep.
He's the Barack now.
Yeah. They're both pretty cool.
Love Barack.
I think it's weird that he smokes cigarettes.
Does he still?
Probably. Now that you're a retired president, you probably smoke.
I think he copped to cheating a couple times when he was in the White House. So
Yeah.
I think sort of
He's
know
probably
about
got
that many.
fucking cancer-free tobacco or some bullshit the presidents get that we don't know any fucking thing about.
Isn't tobacco, when you grow it yourself, not poisonous?
I believe so. I know that.
Like, is it
I
the
went to
filter?
school in Maryland, okay, and we would have to take field trips to Amish country in Pennsylvania a lot,
Yeah.
and we'd go up and see them churn the butter and the horse and buggies and all that shit.
Yeah.
And they would take us to the tobacco barns. And I just remember these tobacco leaves. I don't know if you're the ones they were bigger than that fucking door. You know what I mean? They're
Giant.
monster, like sheets of.
Yeah.
And I believe you're right. It's once they add the carcinogens and the fucking tar and all that shit to the cigarette
Yeah.
that makes it. But if that's also the case, then back to what we were talking about before with dipping in, do they put that same shit? Because I don't know. Do they put that in chewing tobacco
Fuck
also?
yeah.
They got to
do.
put some
Yeah.
stuff in there. I
they
remember when
don't.
I
I
know
was,
they do it in the dip because it's fiberglass and it
it is?
yeah it makes microscopic cuts,
Yep.
which is what allows it to get in your blood system, and that's how you get addicted. That's where the addiction comes from. But they're fiberglass in cigarettes too.
This
and-
isn't.
But what about like Red Man, like beech
Fuck no.
nut? They don't put that.
Oh, I don't know. That's
I'm curious.
That's,
I never even bothered to look because I've never
Yeah.
chewed that, but I've dipped and never really smoked. I mean, I've puffed on cigarettes. I could never inhale a cigarette. When I would smoke a cigarette, my lungs would be wrecked for days. I
Oh,
could take
wow.
a 5-foot bong hit,
yeah.
but I can't fuck with that. The poison, the actual
Eh.
poison. It is all. My brothers got on it for a while. My mom's mom was a smoker. My parents never did.
I smoked when I did drugs.
Yeah.
So there was probably a 20-year period where, I mean, at one point when I did a lot of coke and I had like an 8-ball under the fucking seat, I had Camel Lights. And I would smoke Camel Lights when I was on it or coming off it. This is just a stinging
yeah.
maneuver to do. But man, I do not look back on those days fondly at all. That shit is disgusting. It's just such a unhealthy. Drink tons of red wine and smoke bong hit after bong hit to try to even up the coke. And it's just like, why do coke then?
Yeah. Just take
As
the
soon as it starts, big line, and then fucking get my wine, get my joint, or get the bong because my hands get too sweaty to roll a joint, and just I'm like, you're trying to even it out. Maybe don't do it, and also not go anywhere because that took over too, where you just don't want to go anywhere. You just want to do the blow. I was like,
Now,
I'm young. I'm
mean-
trying to see people. And I was like, I don't want to see anybody anymore.
It's
Yeah,
not
it was the
even
opposite
safe
of
to
that.
do it.
Like if I was doing coke and somebody offered me a bong hit, I'd be like, no, I don't want to ruin this. I want to keep
I've
this
never
going.
done coke. You've done coke, all of you.
Yeah, you know, I recently realized I've never had a dealer's phone number for any drug in my entire life. But I bought enough street weed in New York that I may as well have. But put it that way. I did coke, but I was always getting it through a guy or
If
whatever.
Coke found you.
Yeah.
It showed up and
I just always felt like I would hang out with somebody and we would hang out and do a little bit of whatever. And then the next night I'd be like, what do I owe you? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. Just give me $180. And I'm, what the fuck are we doing here?
I lived in a house with a coke dealer once, and his girlfriend did so much coke that her mouth was always open and her tongue was out. She
What, like
couldn't
a
close her
dog?
mouth.
she would just sit there like that.
Even when she wasn't doing coke?
Ugh.
She was always doing coke.
Oh, I went to a high school with a girl that looked like that.
In your Bing Bong class,
Yeah.
there was a girl in your class that just stood there.
Yes. I never
She
saw her
didn't
with
have
her
any
mouth.
coke, though.
Nope. Never saw her with her mouth closed
Was she
once.
at the Bing Bong reunion?
No.
Because I was going to ask, is her mouth closed
Yeah,
yet?
did she figure it out?
How could she have found her way back to the school? She was too stupid to figure out how to breathe through her nostrils.
Scared. Drugs have always scared me.
Yeah.
I've never done coke. The amount of coke. This is the amount of coke I actually have done. I say never done coke, but this is when you hear it, you'll be like, yeah, you've never done coke. But I used to date this girl, this beautiful black girl that would smoke Parliament cigarettes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they
she
had-
put some bumps in it?
They had that
Cocoa
recessed
Puff.
filter. I had never it was on East Coast. Everyone I knew smoked Marlboro Lights or Camel Lights.
Yeah.
I don't even remember one person having Parliament cigarettes on the East Coast ever.
Yeah.
Out here, I seen them everywhere. And she told me that she'll like scoop it and then smoke her cigarette. And I was like, oh, I see you there. That's pretty tight. So one time she did a scoop and it was like half full. And she's like, just do it. And kept yelling at me. And I was like, that's not going to even do anything anyway.
Yeah.
So I did a half, and
Didn't do anything.
nothing. That's not going to do anything to
It's
anybody.
some shit below.
But that
Yeah,
was
because a
all
solid
I
bump will.
did. It wasn't
you
a
somewhere.
bump, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this is probably all kinds of stepped on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They river danced.
Yeah,
on
you
that
probably
shit.
snorted a shit ton of talcum powder. Or
But
something like
also, I would never now because that fentanyl shit out there. I had a friend whose daughter died from it. She was 25. Like, I know it sounds like some old white person shit to say, but it is literally not safe to do drugs anymore.
that. Yeah, I'm more, when you get older, it maybe even if it's good coke, you could die. You're older.
Yeah, your heart can't take
Yeah.
that shit.
It's
Yeah.
like, I feel like older guys that do blow have been doing blow the whole time.
But I just feel like out on the streets today, it's Russian roulette.
Yeah.
It's literally taken home. And if you're not testing it, to me, it feels like a 50-50
Yeah.
that you're going to die.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it.
It's a weird move too. Like fentanyl costs money, so you're paying to put more drugs in your drugs, and then you could potentially kill your customers.
Thank you.
I never
You're
understood the
killing
whole
your
fentanyl
customer base. It makes no fucking sense.
But I
Nobody
think it's just incredibly cheap because it's so incredibly potent that obviously they're doing it for financial reasons. So yeah, it costs money, but it's cheaper.
But hey, not every financial decision's a good one.
Right.
Not every business decision's a good one.
That's why people should get into activities, because if you fall in love with an activity, then you want to not do coke so that you can do that activity.
Like for
So-
example,
Yoga.
get high on yoga.
So hard not to say skateboarding, but yeah, all those things.
I was gonna say fishing,
Running.
but I'm like, you could definitely do coke while you're fishing. He's
Oh my
let the
God.
line- you could let the line sit and be like, smoke a cigarette. Hell yeah, you could easily do coke while you're fishing.
He's right. He's right.
Don't listen to Ryan Sickler, everybody. He's not a good guy for advice on that. Don't do coke and fish, because he might end up being an excellent fisherman and a cokehead.
You might have been onto something though. Yoga might be the absolute worst activity for cocaine
Yeah,
because it makes you all fidgety, and then you have
Yeah.
to hold these
gotta
poses.
stay
and-
still.
yeah, and your jaw's wiggling. It's gonna make you tip over. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're supposed to relax your jaw too.
Yeah. Oh, you're grinding your teeth when
Yeah.
you're doing yoga. Not a good look.
Yeah, bleeding from your
Yeah.
mouth.
Anything, man. Roller fucking. What's those when big girls do not big, just girls roller rink when they
Roller derby.
they fucking smash each other off the
That's
thing.
good shit.
If
yeah.
I was a girl, I would have been in that for sure. I reckon I would have been one of the greatest roller.
I feel like
hockey-
they still have it here, and
They do.
It was big for a minute here
Yeah.
in LA.
After that Drew Barrymore movie.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think
I
so,
want to go
yeah.
watch some.
I know some Ellis fam that that go to, they compete. They've got a team and they go and shoulder block another team of ladies off the course. Look like fun. All got tattoos, kind of meaty, kind of into it. Did a TV show once with Sam Tripoli and this Kit Cope guy where we did all different challenges of sports that we were watching, and one of them was that roller derby, I believe it's called. Starting to get the name back.
That's it, roller derby.
So roller derby, they get a team or two teams to come out and help us. So we're on their team. So we can't roller skate, so that makes it easier for them to win. But we're dudes, so it's a little, we could fight back. So I guess we started ramming each other, and it was kind of, I was like, this is fun. Like I would have, like it's dumb, and we would all look stupid, but there's no way we wouldn't all be laughing until somebody got hurt. But it was,
sure.
It's a fun game. Like don't just have to be a girl with your butt hanging out. Like people should just have those, like a roller rink. Fuck that. But if you were like, there's this place where you can roll around the track and you're allowed to shoulder people off, I would go to that all the time.
All day long.
Well, is anybody doing it and actually trying? Because roller derby in its classic form was pro wrestling on wheels.
Right.
This shit is real. Somebody could really go down. I saw a video. Ladies fucking clothesline whores. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. But
That's what I want to see. That's what I want.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to
Get a
see
team.
hockey on wheels.
Get a team thing, like get behind somebody and push them into you, and you're behind them, and you just fucking back arm clothesline and then run her over as she falls. Like let's win this,
I've never been clear what the goal is of roller
to knock
derby.
out everybody. What the fuck?
Just knock people over. There's no like goals or anything.
When your
to throw a ball
team
at?
is left, maybe there's a bit of a race involved as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have to knock them out and get yours across the line. I really don't know the whole rules. I wonder if your whole team has to cross. I don't know.
I've definitely seen no, because I think it's a lot like the Tour de France, where they'll do a lot of like drafting for the person that's supposed to be like the Harry Potter of the squad. It's the guy who catches the fucking sneech or whatever. Because every now and again, somebody will grab somebody and like give them a push and a pull at the same time and send them on their way. So clearly, there's a race element to this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I
don't know if there's a certain number of laps. Maybe
that's my guess.
You have to complete. Or
if anybody is a roller skate derby person, DM me on the rules, because I think this might be the new Ellis Mania.
Yeah, is there men's roller derby?
Dude, I would get
What about men's roller derby?
I don't
with
know, but
boxing
I can
gloves?
roller skate. If you're going to put a roller derby team together, I want in on that. I can skate forward, not backwards, but I can skate. I take my
360s?
daughter skating all the time.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not graceful 360s.
You can do,
usually they're
but you
accidental,
reckon you
I
can
pull
get
them.
speed and.
I can fucking skate.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All right.
I'll be comfortable with pads and a helmet. For
All right, you're
sure.
on my team.
I'm
so
in.
there's two.
I'll fucking body check somebody.
Right? Let's do that. Let's get like
yeah, right up against
comedians
that
and fucking
carpeted wall. I
podcast
wanna try to
assholes.
put them over it.
Dude, I'm going to destroy
Right by the
somebody.
lockers.
Yeah. Like we need to work on a thing. Like you grab my arm and whip me back and I fucking like elbow people in the head. Fucking comatose fools. Be like, fucking team.
Dude, I'm in for a roller derby team. Yeah, for probably 1 week until it fucks me up and I can't move.
Bert Kreischer
I'm
would be
in
a
for
good
one.
guy to shoulder block off the fucking rail.
Yeah, he'd be like a good battering ram. We could
Yeah.
get behind him
Ooh.
up front, you know what I mean? And then start breaking off.
Man, whipping a Bert at somebody is pretty lethal. You don't want to get hit by him, man.
Make him go to the back and then you slingshot
I
him
bet
up.
you he can fucking roller skate too, because he's kind of
He
skilled.
snowboards. He
Yeah,
could
I saw
probably
that.
roller skate. Yeah, he's got balance.
Yeah, we were talking about wakeboard challenge with him the other day because I was on his podcast with Tony Hawk and he was talking about how he can jump the wake, and I was like, no, you can't. And he's like, dude, trust me. And then he called a bunch of people and they were like, no, you can't. And I'm like, okay.
Anyway, he's calling to be like, can I? And
Yeah.
they're all saying
no. Yeah. And then even when the podcast ended, he got another person to call. And he's like, oh, here you go. Well, this is proof. And then another person was like, no, you probably can't.
He's generally a fan of Phone a Friend, isn't he?
Yes. He called his girlfriend. So he's been married for a long time. He's got kids. They're like teenagers. He called his last girlfriend.
okay.
And she called him back because he was like, remember when we used to wakeboard? She's like, yeah, you're terrible. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, how? Because he's a different kind of person. He has friends that used to be his girlfriends. But then I didn't hear it myself, but fans told me that on Two Bears, he said that he booby-trapped me into thinking that he can't wakeboard, and that if we actually had a wakeboard contest, because it got into, I can't wakeboard, but I guarantee you I can wakeboard better than you. You're just like full of shit, and I'm an athlete. and he was talking about how that was just a booby trap for if I do it, he will destroy me. He's very good.
Please go do that.
Which made me think I just want to compete against him in everything. I'm like, if you're going to do a wakeboard contest and Tony Hawk's the judge, then you should definitely be in roller derby because we would kick ass.
We should do remember how ABC used to do Wide World of Sports?
Sure.
We should do a comedy Wide World of Sports. But Tom already got injured, so he's not dunking again. But
yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think he should do any physical sport anymore.
Man.
That arm got.
I'm down for roller derby.
Yeah,
It'd
me
be nice
too.
to lower my
I just feel like I can't have a
motherfucking
bad
shoulder into
day at roller derby. Like if we're all there and we're
You got
fucking
music, you're skating, you're laughing, you're fucking each other up. That
Right.
sounds awesome to me.
get like catering, fucking
catering.
tacos and fucking beers and shit.
Got tacos, Ace of Spades on a loop.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's our team theme song. When we
I
come out,
love
we
Lemmy.
fucking.
I'm
That's the
all
way
for
I
it.
like it, baby. I don't want to live forever.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Whether we don't want to live forevers. Nah, we'll get a better name. That's a bad name.
I know someone who knows a roller derbyist. I might be able to find us a venue.
Because you need that
We can
sloped.
rent-
Yes.
We need the track.
Thing.
You
Yeah.
do need to slope.
It's a track,
You
but
can't
it's a
have
track.
regular roller rink.
It's like $2G to hire that track.
Yeah, that's not much.
Yeah. I mean, you could get taste back, but roller derby much more important.
Maybe somebody cracking me a good one will bring my fucking taste
I'll
back.
fucking
We'll
get
see.
your
That's
smell
all right.
back,
That's all
motherfucker.
right.
Maybe we can.
Naturally. I mean, naturally.
Maybe we can
Don't be
roller
walking
derby.
around asking for
I
punches
mean, out
around
on the
me.
wood. I mean, out on the wood.
That's where we're gonna do it. Out on the wood.
Yeah,
right.
bro.
You already got the fucking cool slang for the challenge. Who, me? Yeah, I'll be out in the wood.
Get your wheels on the wood. Let's go.
I want to be on your team so much.
I'm a wizard. Let's
You
go.
heard him. Get on the wood. I'm gonna bring shoulder pads,
Dude, I'm padding
like
up for
Mad
sure.
Max paint.
Yeah,
shit.
like the
Yeah.
Road Warriors.
Road-
That's
yeah,
how-
Road Warriors
that's how
got
we need
got
to
the
come
spikes
in.
on there.
Spikes
Yeah.
on the
Intimidating
fucking-
as
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk shit on women. I don't care. Like I'm gonna get real threatening.
And then some.
Hey man, what are you
some
like?
female team comes in
120
and kills
pounds?
us.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, man.
Wait, is this now a co-ed event?
Yeah, why not? Like
Oh, I
Whitney
thought it was
Cummings
all
is funny.
guys, but we
She's
can
a
do
comedian.
co-ed.
Okay, yeah, maybe just dudes. Okay, but I'm just trying to be open to everybody. You know?
Would you grow a mohawk?
Yes.
All right.
You know what I was thinking? I haven't told Katie yet.
Speaking of mohawks,
Yeah. Speaking of mohawks, I was thinking. Did the 9 Club the other day. And, things are doing good. It might almost be time to bring back the hair. I'm thinking about getting myself a hair again.
oh
Does
my
your hair
goodness.
grow?
No, not bald.
Okay.
But I
You're
can get
bald, but if you weren't, would it grow through the tattooing? Doesn't
it grows.
scar your hair follicles? I don't know.
if I had hair, it would all come out.
It really would.
Yeah,
Right
I
through
just
the
shaved this
tattoos.
morning, but I had, like a
Okay.
bald man's haircut this morning.
So tattooing your scalp doesn't ruin the
Doesn't
hair.
stop shit.
No shit.
Yeah. But if you want to get laser scalp replacement deal, like where they take a hair out and put it somewhere else, if you've got a head tattoo, there'll be millions of little holes where they took the hair out.
Oh shit. Okay.
So if I did it, I would have little dots all over my head.
Yeah, you'd look weird.
Yeah. I'm okay with this. This is
Yeah.
cool.
That is hair.
But I could get a big mohawk. That would be cool. Just for roller derby. But I feel like we should probably wear helmets.
I'm wearing a helmet.
Yeah. I feel like
We should
If you're
have
not wearing a
helmets with
helmet,
face mask.
I-
on those
maybe
motherfuckers.
motorcycle helmets. I know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
it's not a bad idea because you got to think
Your teeth, everything.
Yeah.
We all got to be on camera. We
we're all
can't be
going
like-
somewhere after this. And it's not the ER.
during COVID.
Yeah.
A whole team of roller derby.
That's why I don't want
assholes
anybody famous there. Like,
shows up.
if I hit Bert Kreischer and he gets hurt and has to go to the ER, I don't
There
want to do
goes his
that.
tour for a
Yeah,
couple months.
fuck.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
yeah.
not touching that
That's
dude. I
true.
just realized I would feel so fucking terrible. But we'll get it going. Roller derby if you're really famous and fragile, we'll give you the bodysuit. You know how they have when I did that
Oh, we
stunt
could do
junkie
that
thing
in
where I
fa-
jumped off the skateboard onto the back of the dirt bike.
like I'm picturing like a Japanese like samurai knight. Kind
I
of
had
thing.
like an Alpine Star chest protector
yeah.
arm thing, but it goes down your spine.
I
It
was
has a spine
picturing
protector.
I was picturing those big suits you wear when you get attacked by dogs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a fat.
That's
suit
not
or-
going to help you roller skate.
Yeah.
That's going to throw you off.
Are you going to be able to roller skate in the thing you're talking about?
Yeah, I
it's
skateboarded
like
with
it's
it.
like a bodysuit.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a moto chest protector, but it has a back brace. So because I blew my ankle out on that stunt, so I couldn't put my foot down when I would go over the gap. And in the end, because I had to not push the bike guy either if I wasn't going to get on the bike. So if I wasn't going to make it, I would let go of his bike and just fall back and land on my butt and on my back over the gap. I was sore, but nowhere near as sore as I'd be if I didn't have that spine protector on.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, we do a live pay-per-view roller derby. You set that motherfucker up, I'm in.
Because that was the thing. We were always talking about doing a live show but having an event.
Roller derby be easy, and then you can individually interview people at different times while they're taking a break. What's
It's
going
such
on
a
out
good
there?
idea.
You know?
If you got enough people, you could have teams.
That's what I'm saying. It could be like 4-on-4, like 3.
Yeah,
different
how many
teams.
people are on the track when you're a team of roller derby? Are you? Is it 5 or 4? Don't know how we'll find out the rules, and maybe we'll modify it. You know, maybe there could be like a lap, and you got to drink a beer or do a dab or something. Like,
Make it rock and jock.
Up to
Yeah.
5 on the track.
right.
But I think they sort of like hockey. They have subs. People have up to 15 on their
Right.
on their
So,
team, and
Holy
you can.
shit.
4 teams, 20, 25 people. We could do that.
I mean, good luck.
You don't think that we could find 25 people that would be in a roller derby thing?
I think we could do 4 teams of 4 and maybe 3. No substitutes. That's how many
Right.
people. I think we're going to find a dozen people that might say yeah.
Somebody's
to
going to
this.
get hurt, and then that
That's
team's
why.
disqualified.
That's why they're going to say no.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll
Nick's-
jump in.
Yeah.
Any
Well,
of
there
the
you go.
guys
I'll
that
get
would
hurt.
do your
I'll
Ellis
be there.
Mania
Yeah,
would
you will.
do it.
What?
I said any of the guys that would do your Ellis
Oh,
Mania.
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
But,
Ellis fan.
but the other hurdle to that is you have to be able to fucking roller skate. You're not on regular feet,
Man, I don't know if you have to be able to roller skate.
you gotta be able to get around there. You're a
I don't know.
duck.
I don't mind that guy.
Might be funnier.
I'll
if
play
everybody
with
can
him.
Roller
I'm
skate.
getting all excited about it. I want to skate put my shoulder right through somebody's
That's what I'm
chest.
saying. If there's somebody out there that's like, yeah, I'm in the roller derby, fuck you, Ellis, and then they can't roller skate, and I'm coming around the bend and I see you,
They're killing
I'm
us.
fucking taking you out.
When was the last time either of you guys were on roller skates?
Just right before the pandemic, I skate with my daughter at Moonlight Rollerway all the time.
Okay.
And I let her skate around the apartment. We got wood floors. I'm like, fucking skate. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think the last time I roller skated was when I did roller derby on that TV show.
When was that? So
Like
you've done
15
roller
years
derby.
ago. Yeah.
Oh, 15 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a long
Yeah, we did roller derby
Yeah.
with roller derby pros,
Mhm.
and we were, not bad. We were bad, but we could get around. Sam Tripoli could kind of roller skate enough to get around.
He's a surprisingly agile man.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought all 3 of us did pretty good. Then we started we couldn't throw the girls off the rail because that's weird. So we started throwing each other off. We started setting up slams to make for the TV show.
Right.
So at one point, I got hit over the turnbuckle and went completely over, roller skates and all, because it was a sick video. But if you could do it on purpose, God, I don't know how hard I would laugh if I got anybody I know shoulder blocked off the fucking roller.
Wouldn't you be? I'd be laughing
Right?
on the roll up
Yeah.
to it, giddy as shit,
Yeah.
like I'm about to
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, I
and then
wouldn't be able to.
and then every time I saw your face after it, I started laughing.
yeah.
Dude, you went fucking woo. So pumped. Oh, this is energizing the shit out of me, man.
I'll do roller derby.
I'm hitting up so many people to get this going. This is the fucking, I've been waiting for it. I didn't know which one and what I could do. Liquid Death's like, got any ideas? Fucking yes, I do, Liquid Death.
And
Right?
you know what? We take a portion of the money and it goes,
Charity.
boom.
Nice.
Now it makes it even.
Oh, I thought you were
What
going to say
about-
to recovering your sense of
we should
smell.
put
Oh, what about if we do it for your fucking Joe Rogan medicine?
I don't want to do it for a benefit for me.
Why not? Dude, let's
Let's
get
help some
Ryan
kids.
Sickler's taste back.
Let's help some
That's
kids.
the whole,
You know what we could do? We could buy roller skates for kids. We could do some shit like that for some kids. You know what I mean?
Ellis Mania on wheels. Smell
Yeah.
the fear.
Ellis Mania on wheels, bro.
this
Wow.
could be,
That
because I think it
sounds
would
fun,
take out a
man.
lot of the real fighting too if you had it on a roller skating track.
I think you might be underestimating what happens if 2 people that don't know what they're doing shoulder block each other off of a roller derby oval with wheels attached to their feet.
Well, I'm hoping for carnage,
Listen, I'm ready.
And look, if you're a kind of person that when you fall on the ground, you're out, don't sign up.
Yeah, for
You know? But if you can bounce off the ground, you're like, oh, no worries, off you go again, then fucking come on down.
Please don't sign up for our team.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
us rock
Oh,
your
yeah.
ass
If you're
right the
terrified,
fuck
join Kevin's team. I love how I just put him on some other team. Kevin's,
No, I want to be on your team.
it's smart. I would like you on my team because I would throw you at people.
Yeah, I'm a good
And
projectile.
you'd be okay with that. Yeah.
Yep. You think
Are you
Dr.
okay with
Drew
me
would do
grabbing
it?
your crutch?
Yeah, go for it.
Are you going to Biden him?
Yeah. I was thinking about Biden baby in him. Yeah.
Just grab
Give
me
him
by
the old Biden baby, fucking, and then launch him onto the back of another opponent.
grab me by
Nice.
the dick and just shot put me.
And you just backpack a motherfucker and
Yeah.
drop him. Yeah. Because, man, that is maybe blind them. So backpack, hands over their fucking eyes.
by like Mr. Fuji with salt.
Please, smoke bombs. Our team, don't tell anybody about it, but we have tons of shit. I fucking drop a handful of jacks in front of your wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, we can give
Goes well, yeah.
we give the audience dodgeballs.
Marvin.
Oh. Dodgeballs
Yeah, that'd be good.
for the audience.
Oh yeah, you
So,
can
like,
make this
you're-
totally family friendly to come watch. Dodgeballs are coming in.
18 and
you
up.
got to buy the dodgeballs. That money goes to charity. It's $5
Oh,
a
good
ball,
call.
bro.
Good call.
Can't just fucking throw at our heads and well, you could easily fucking knock us down, break an ankle or some shit. So if it's
Yeah.
gonna go like that, then that money's got to go to charity. You got to buy the ball.
Such a good idea and so worth it. Put your name on the ball so you get it back after it bounces off my face.
You own the ball.
You're gonna want that ball.
You get a sports. We got to get some donated balls.
Yeah. What about if we got Sports Chalet to sponsor us? That'd be huge. I just gave them a plug.
You did. I was gonna sing the song, but I figured I won't because it'll be.
You
even a
know
bigger
the
plug.
song.
Yeah, the jingle.
I don't know the
Come on,
jingle.
man. You guys
I
know
will
the
not come
jingle.
on, man. You can't.
Sports Chalet. We take you to the limit. Dun, dun, dun. It's on the radio. It's on the radio.
Yeah.
All the
That was fucking perfect. Think about it, Sports Chalet. He already knows the jingle.
I'll sing that while I'm skating around.
This Ellis Mania on Wheels is brought to you by Sports Chalet, and then hit the jingle.
Sports Chalet. We take you to the limit. Dun, dun, dun.
You guys are pumped, man. You guys are pumped. Know that we're hooking you up. Oh shit! All right, I got to do a lot of work to arrange that.
You
I'm
got a
so
lot of work,
excited.
but that could be a really fun summer thing.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
some Lana, who I do the foundation with, the nonprofit, told me about some outdoor roller rink it might even be down around this way, and it's big and it's outside and it's like pretty kick ass for a summer night. You go skate outside in Southern California.
Oh, okay. I just remembered. I used to go roller skating with my kids at the ice skating at that rink in Santa Monica. I used to take them every year.
They're not having it anymore. They got rid of it.
I get it. It's a bummer.
But
It was
there's
actually
a nice
kinda
one
fun.
downtown at LA Live's got a really
But you know that the roller derby it's a track.
Mhm.
There's like a middle bit cut out.
Yeah,
it's
and
it's an
got
oval
berms,
shape.
right?
Yeah,
Aren't they
and it's got
berms?
berms
Yeah.
and then rails on the berms. We
That's
should
right.
make
I forgot you said rails earlier, and I forgot about the metal.
because you got to get
rails.
people to get off over the rail, man. That's the whole point. Like if they go high, they're going off.
Yeah,
Right. Man, I got to do some serious
I'm
roller
fucking
skating.
ready.
Yeah, I got to start practicing.
I might go this weekend. I might take my daughter roller
I
skating.
might come
this
with you.
weekend.
I need some practice. I need to get some high speed shoulder checks.
Hit the wood, you two.
Let's go Saturday.
Yeah, I'll see you at the wood. All right, everybody.
Wheels on the wood.
Yeah. Thanks for listening and shit. Thanks, Sickler, for coming in, dude. You're
Thank
the
you for having
best.
me.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for, I will say it, the comedy, it's doing some stand up, and then it leads into Whitney Cummings hitting me up to do some stand up. It's the greatest thing that I thought at 50, you don't get any shit anymore. It's just give to other people because you're too old to get stuff. But I don't think I've ever been in a better spot in my whole life, dude. Like
I
I've
love
never
it.
felt more busy, fulfilled, and happy, and just like I can't believe how many people are so appreciative and nice to me in the comedy world. And that started on you, man. Like that one gig was just everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you like comedy?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And now I'm lining up to it could be a job. So I'm fucking very grateful, dude. Thank you.
Dude, thank you. I love it. I'm glad for you.
So check out the Honeydew, y'all. He's always on there, and he's got a Patreon one where he talks to other people about
Yeah, the
fucking
Honeydew with y'all is insane.
yeah. It's crazy.
Insane.
He's found some crazy Americans that. Do you talk to Canadians as well? Right.
Canadians I've talked to.
What's
as
big of
well.
you?
I've talked to not just Canadians. I've talked to. I think I've had an Australian on. I might have had a Kiwi on, and I know I've had a couple. I think I had a Brit on, maybe.
Yeah, I
something
think
like
I saw that too. Yeah. It's good stuff. All right. Thanks for being on, dude. Thanks,
Thank you
everybody,
for
for
having me,
checking it out. Patreon /Ellis, mate, if you want to see some bonus content. Enjoy your lives, guys. Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.